Hi, everybody.
Good day, everybody. Hi.
Welcome to episode 35 of Getting Back to Me, Both Sides of the Story with Marcy and Scottie. What are you, Christian Wig?
Christian Wig. Yeah, I love doing that to you.
You do love doing that to me. Stop. Okay. Look, we're never. I'm never.
Stop.
Stop it. You make
me pee my pants.
See, I can make you say it.
I just knew you were going to say it.
That's right, you did.
Okay.
Wow, great start.
I know.
Shall we start over?
Starting.
Here we go. We're pushed off from the dock. Okay. Thank God we're laughing.
I like laughter, love.
Light laughter and love. Big week. This is the Transgender Awareness Week, which culminates in a very solemn ceremony on Sunday, which is Transgender Day of Remembrance. And this is the day when all of the members of our community who have passed because of hate crimes, their names are read aloud in churches and synagogues and temples on the streets across the world. And as a way to bring awareness to the idea that they passed wrong. That was not right ever. It's never right for anybody to kill somebody else, but this is
targeted. It's a targeted group.
Yeah.
Like we're seeing a lot of lately.
Yeah.
We have to be very vigilant.
But what I do like is that in recent years, the week leading up to it, in the transgender community, we put forth positive images, and it's really about, we recognize it's about visibility and showing that, we are diverse, we are as individual as snowflakes, just like everybody else. And so...
But I like what you said, it's across the world, because I think we have to remember every country has a transgender community.
Yes.
And accepted it better. It's accepted and incorporated in a lot of the Indian culture, East Indian culture, and in Holland where everything goes. But yeah, it seems like actually we're almost the last of the party with that.
Yeah, for some reason people in this country still feel like it's a choice.
That, I think, we've said this a million times, but I think that's the problem. It's like, why would you choose to be gay? Why would you choose to be transgender? It's genetic.
All right.
It's genetic.
All right.
It's DNA. It comes with the package. And so to try to deprogram somebody is actually just cruel and ridiculous.
Yeah. You can't believe this away.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you just...
I tried. I tried for 50 years. Didn't work.
So let's say one more thing about the workshop and then get to
Yeah.
So December 9th in Seattle. Please, if you're a Seattle counselor, therapist, psychotherapist, psychology student.
Or if you know one.
Yes. We're going to put our flyer about a workshop we're having up on Facebook and in various places, and our website.
It's a bit on the website.
It's up on the website, zuzubean.com. And we really want to invite any folks who are part of that community to come. We're putting it together with two top therapists who are in the Seattle area and who agree that therapists really need to know about what it is to be transgender and how to be good therapists with those people when they come to them in sessions.
Yeah, I've been saying, like it or not, know it or not, therapists, the therapeutic community is part of the trans community.
Yeah, it's a key role in many cases.
It's in all cases. Yeah, you either you embrace it or you go around it, but the therapeutic community is part of how we get all of our life together. It's how we get our documents changed. It's how we get...
Because you need the diagnosis, the letter, whatever.
We got to have a gatekeeper stamp our golden ticket. So
but also it's just to be able to help the person. I mean,
absolutely.
That part's important, but I think it's even more important to know how
Yeah, I mean
to deal with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we're gonna be there anyways in your office, so please. Here's what you need to know about us, right? Because there's just the process. The whole reason why we got so involved in this workshop was precisely the journey that one of the therapists went on.
And that you went on.
Right. Well,
and that I went on.
Exactly. But he was the therapist. And so he had to, as someone who was already an ally and a dear friend, had to understand where he did not understand.
Yeah.
Us and him
and his both of them. I mean, it's really been a learning process all the way around.
Yeah. So anyways, we're really excited about it. We've been working on it for 6 months. And it's ready, and so we're going to be launching it December 9th.
Please pass out the invite.
Please tell everybody. Yep. Okay, well, today is chapter 29, God Save the Queens. And this was a chapter that talked about my sister Kira and her partner Jordan were coming over from England. Hadn't seen her in about 10 years, physically. And my godmother, who is also my aunt, my mom's sister, Aunt Phil and Aunt Michelle, were coming. And so everybody was going to converge on Kira's birthday, around Kira's birthday. And so this is the chapter that talked all about this. And
at your other sister Kim's
house. At my
house.
sister Kim's house, right. The only one who wasn't there was Shane.
Yeah.
So this was a really important time for everybody to see Scottie because...
for the first time.
For the very first time, they're laying their eyes on me. And anyway, so I'll read and then we can talk about that. Yeah. I would be lying to myself if I didn't document how weird this is starting to feel for me. I am, and always have been, respected. As the firstborn son, and when Dad passed, the rightful heir, the patriarch of this clan, everyone wanted me in that role, and I loved every moment of it. It's the only way I knew how to be. I took it seriously. Did a good job, I hope. But stepping back into that position now, as a woman, will require an adjustment of perspective. For me. Again with the for me stuff. I'm the one who needs to switch gears. In just the last few months, I've already been turning to my little sisters as mentors, and the roles that we forged over 49 years of love and life's trials have been reversed in mere months.
So I know we've said before that when someone goes through transition, everybody else around that person needs to too. But I think it's great that you bring it back also to the work you have to do in that process. You know, acknowledging how people regarded you and trying to find a way to understand that they needed to shift gears and that you still love them the same way you always had. And, you know, I know you heard things like losing a big brother and those kinds of things.
Like a death in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Side. Well, yeah, I think, you know, where it started to really dawn on me is that my default programming had become, with 40 years of trying to step into this role. I really did embrace this role of the big brother, the oldest son, the only son, the only grandson. You know, I really did step into that role fully and seriously, and I was the protector, and I was all those things. But those were the good qualities that I had. The bad qualities were blatantly obvious, and they were also the easiest to drop. However, those were the ones that were the most obvious, too.
Such as?
Like, my default programming would normally be to say, this is it, take it as it is.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
I remember that.
Yeah, just deal with it. I was used to always having people do what I say, and so I sometimes swang that sword. Word?
It is now.
Oh, look, it's Bella. Hi, Bella. Yeah, say hi. Okay, you have to go. I'm making a point here.
Maybe she's trying to help.
There you go. But specifically on this day, specifically on this weekend, when they were all in town, and I could look each of the women in our family in the eye, and you included, and go, I'm not going to push this, but I really do need to let us all be. I'm still the matriarch. I'm not giving up that position. And I said that to reassure everyone, to let them know that I wasn't shirking my responsibilities. And that was what Aunt Phil made me promise I wouldn't do. Is that I wouldn't let down, I wouldn't leave my position, wouldn't leave the post, if you will. But I didn't. Yeah, but I didn't want. I couldn't have it with being, shoved down everybody's throat.
Yeah.
I needed it to be soft and respected.
Well,
and that's
I think that was important that you did it that way, because I think a lot of people don't.
I know
They've waited so long. It's like, too bad. Get on board or get out. But I'm going, and you better buy it or not. So I think the fact that you allowing the noises in the background are.
Why did she pick today to be the day that she
playing soccer
with her bone?
Bella. It's either a leaf blower or a Bella. Really? You're doing that on purpose.
I think so.
I think so too. She wants to be part of the action.
Yes.
So I think that was important, and so in a way, I think this is also important advice to people going through transition as well as the families.
Well, I think we have to, for me, I was giddy at the opportunity to really do something in my life like I really had the inclination to do. In my language, and I say this in the book, it's the girl way of doing it, the woman's way of doing it, and I fight that with women normally. They're like, no, we don't do it that way, or, no, this is my own
language. Or don't generalize.
Yeah, it's my language for me, because I know I do have the boy way of doing it and the girl way of doing it. And here was a chance for me to go, no, I used to just go my way or the highway. Frankly, I didn't even have time to say that, because I didn't care what anybody thought. I really didn't care, because I was after the prize, and I knew that the ends would justify the means. But I couldn't have that. I needed everybody to come gently with me, but still know that I'm still the oldest. I might be the youngest girl, but I'm the oldest woman, and I am their big sister, and I wanted them to be reassured that was going to be there.
One of the sweetest things to me is watching the kids in the family. Like, Kimberly's 3 did not miss a beat.
They didn't.
It was like instantly, Scottie, and I love your nail polish. And using the right pronouns. There was no adjustment time whatsoever. So I'm really heartened by the generations to come who just accept people. When we went to Northridge and we went to Channel Islands University, the Cal State and Channel Islands, that we saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it everywhere.
Yeah.
And we saw the acceptance everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I just happy we're going in that direction. And I think gradually everything will just get more normalized, and people go, oh.
Yeah, one last point I want to make, and I think you kind of nailed it, and it's sort of what I realized I was ultimately trying to say with this passage, is that when we transition, we're not saying we're not going to do the things we're responsible for, or our role. Yeah, I want to be kissed on the cheek rather than had my hand shaked. But I've got a lot of superficial things like that because I've watched from afar longingly. But that's still the surface. Mm-hmm. I'm still going to be the dependable person, the protector. I only know how to do that stuff, so I'm going to do that. I don't want to create a void where I was.
Right. The talented showrunner.
Yeah,
which you did as a woman anyway, it's just that nobody knew.
Yeah, exactly. So and I think that's what we're saying. When we say we're the same person, that's what we're saying we're going to do. 9 times out of 10, a trans person transitions and they stay in the same job. The exact same job in the exact same position. So,
yeah, if they're allowed to. And more companies are doing that.
On the corporate level, this kind of stuff has actually got giant paved highways now for making it happen. It's out here in the freelance world where people are messed up in the head. Anyways, that's what we're saying. We're not going to do less of what we did before. Mm-hmm. Because remember, we were also overachievers. Right. We did twice our share of the work. We're not going to not do that.
You were doing what you did in a straitjacket.
Exactly. And we're not going to not do that. We're not saying we're not going to do that. What we're saying, we're just not going to carry around the weight.
Yeah. Cool.
Right.
Well, we always vowed we'd start to keep these shorter, so that feels like a good place, right?
Yeah.
Remember the workshop. Please look for the flyer on zuzubean.com. We'll also post it on Facebook. I've already posted it on LinkedIn. But please invite yourself if you're a therapist in the Seattle area or anyone you know. Get the word out, please.
Please, please, please. And new second edition of the book is out.
That's right. Scottie's received an amazing foreword and comment from Alexandra Billings, and a brand new cover. So check it out.
Well, they will. As soon as we hit fade to black here, they'll see it.
Okay. Good. Cool. Okay.
Ready? Radiate. Light, laughter.
Oh, no. Let's do it.
Wait.
I
threw you off. All right. Radiate, light, laughter, and love. See you next week.
Bye for now.